What is going on, everybody, and welcome to today's video with me, a friendly neighborhood pirate Wardwix. In today's video, we're going to be killing the Fossil Island Wyverns for 3 hours, and we're going to be seeing how they compare with normal wyverns. So let's get right into this. Okay, so this is the gear that I'm going to be using. Now, this gear is a little bit, some people might say overkill. You don't need like bandos. You can just replace this with Barrow's gear. You don't need the DFS. You can replace this with the elemental shield type stuff. But this is just the gear that I normally would use at skeletal wyverns, and I know that a skeletal wyvern is going to be about 500k GP per hour using this gear. So now I'm going to test it out here and see how much this gets me. So that's why I'm using this type of gear. This isn't like maxed out gear whatsoever. You can upgrade the amulet still. You can upgrade the boots still. There's a bit you can still upgrade here, including the cape. But this is just the gear that I'm going to be bringing here, as this is the gear that I have. So this is what I'm going to be bringing. The gear itself, sorry, is going to have a helm of Nidus Knot, a fire cape, a amulet of fury, any blessing, a abyssal whip, bandos, tacet, chest plate and tacet, the dragonfire shield, Barrow's gloves, dragon boots, and the berserkering eye. And then in our inventory here, we're going to have a dragon dagger, a rune pouch, 1 dose of super combat, at least to start with, until we can set up somewhat of a baseline, but I believe 1 super combat dose should last us for the entire amount of time. Then we're going to have ourselves here 7 monkfish, and the rest of our inventory filled with lobsters. So let's begin. So how we're going to be doing this is we're going to start, we're going to be killing the wyverns that are just up here on the map. There are some that are located just in this like cave system right here. This is the bank right here, so we'll just have to run up here to this dungeon right here, and then we're going to be killing them inside of there. Once we have a full inventory, we're going to be going to our house. I'm going to be using Rejuvenation Pool, getting health, getting prayer, getting run, getting spec back, going to a bank there, banking the stuff using a dig site pendant, and then teleporting back over here. I believe that'll be faster than going to the bank here, plus cheaper when it comes to food and potions and whatnot like that. And then we'll just dig site pendant, come back here, and then just run up here, so it won't be too long to bank. It's probably going to be faster than if I was to bank, for example, at skeletal wyverns. And in case you are wondering, there are 3 different kind of wyverns in here: the spotting, the long-tailed, and the taloned wyvern. I am going to be killing the long-tailed wyvern. It's the one of the highest combat level, but they all have the same health. So I'm going to be killing this one because I've looked at their drop tables, and I haven't done like too much research in their drop tables, but the long-tailed wyvern does seem like the better drop table, so that is why I'm going to be killing it. And then in case you are wondering, the long-tailed wyverns are just a little bit past the taloned wyverns, which are right at the entrance of the cave. The cave entrance is right on the other side of those like white pillar things there. So just have to run past them, past these blue dragons here, and then be at the long-tailed wyverns here. So now time for the first hour, and then we'll see what loot we have gotten. Okay, so I know that I said that I'd come back after doing the first hour, but I actually decided to just do all 3 hours, get it over with. Why not? So I've actually refined the inventory that we're bringing down to just a single super combat potion dose, just like before. We're bringing here about 7 monkfish and only about 8 lobsters. You do not really need much more food than this. They does sometimes drop some lobsters, like maybe 1 out of every 3 runs I had to leave. Maybe I could, like, with like 1 less kill, but I'm bringing like 10 less lobsters, so 1, I'm having it's less effort from having to juggle stuff. 2, I'm just losing less money on lobsters each run, so this was, in my opinion, a lot better to do. Okay, so here are the supplies that we used in the 5 hours. We only ended up using the teleport house 5 times, so we only had to use 1 dig site pendant, so that's why I have the dig site pendant, and then a chaos rune, because you can use a fire staff to enchant it. Then I have the teleport house runes, the lobsters, monkfish, and then the super combat. So let's just price check this and see. So 93, so let's just say 94k is what we spent. Okay, so this will actually be too much to fit into 1 single price check, so we're doing this in 2 inventories. This should be the bigger inventory. This has the, for example, wyvern bones. We were able to kill 191, and most of the other drops in here, so let's just put this in here. So off of this, we made 1.3 mil. Not actually that bad at all. I didn't expect to even make, I honestly expect this to be around 400k per hour, and we still have a little bit more to go. So this is pretty good. We didn't get any like too big drops. We got a yew seed and a palm seed, which are like our 2 biggest drops. But like the battle stabs that add up, so yeah, that's not bad for the first price check. So that is, of course, the first price check. So let's get into the second. Okay, and here is the second price check. We have the Laurens, prayer potions, 2 adamant helms, and then the coins that we got. So that's another 242k right there. So this is actually, I don't know if I got super lucky with this, like, 3 hours, but this is easily on par with Wyverns, and I didn't even get any big drops. Like, for example, you can also get some granite items here. You can get the 2 different kinds of visages here. You can get 1 kind of visage from Wyverns, but normally Wyverns are with their, like, for example, you know, like, dragon plate skirts or dragon legs, stuff like that. That makes up the 1.5 mil, because you get about 500k there each hour, roughly. This was that, and I didn't even get any of its, like, quote-unquote, like, big drops, so it's granite or it's 2 different kinds of visages. This is actually a really good method, but let's see exactly how much I actually made. Okay, so here's what we made, actually taking into account what we had spent on supplies. So we made ourselves about 1.47 mil in GP, so just under 500k, but I also have this Numulite here, which I'm not going to sell, which I'm keeping, which is worth about 32k, so basically about 1.5 mil, just a little bit over 1.5 mil, so not bad whatsoever. I did also get 1 Spirit Tree Seed, 3 unidentified rare fossils, 3 unidentified large fossils, and then 5 unidentified small fossils. So this is not, like, the fossils aren't, like, that's not the best method to get fossils in the game, but honestly, like, if you do this you're just doing this instead of doing Wyverns, you can easily have the museum finished, which gives you experience in whatever skill you want. I believe they give experience lamps, plus it's something to get done. So honestly, these are not bad at all. I don't know if I just got super lucky in these 3 hours or not, but honestly, that was way better than I thought it would be. I was expecting to be maybe like 400k an hour at max, like I'd be pushing 400, but it was actually like just about 500k, which is pretty much even with Wyverns. It's not packed at all. I had one time one guy came in to do a Slayer task, and that was about it. In the 3 hours I saw no one else. Honestly, like, that's not a bad method whatsoever. Oh, and I also got 2 medium fossils. I just didn't see them. I just, when I opened up the tab to put these back, saw them there. So I also got 2 medium fossils. And I would just like to thank you for watching the video. If you did like, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you for watching the video.